Welcome to Is It Covered, where we break down real stories and answer the big question, is it covered? Hosted by father and son duo Bruce and Brian Chapman of the J.D. Chapman Insurance Agency. This podcast will help you navigate the world of insurance with stories, tips, and answers that really matter. From personal to commercial coverage, we've got you covered. Now, let's get started.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of Is It Covered? Podcast sponsored by J.D. Chapman, where we take mundane, normal, weird, wacky type claims, kind of break them down, gives some advice as to what is and maybe what is not covered. But as always, we highly encourage that you have an open dialogue with your insurance agent, your insurance company, and ultimately an adjuster if you do end up having a claim, just to make sure that everything goes smoothly. So I'm dying to use this gavel here today.
All right.
It's my turn to bang the gavel. So
all right.
I know we were chatting on the way down here, and you had posed some scenarios about what might happen when either yours or your another party involved in a claim, if their underlying limits are completely exhausted.
Yeah.
What's next?
For sure. So in this case, consider you're going down the road, or actually you own a business, let's say. And, you know, it's a nice business. You got a fence around it, doing all the right things. And there's an accident. And the guy whose fault it is, he goes off the road, he hits someone else, does real serious bodily injury to them, totals the other person's car out. I mean, it's a mess. It's just an ugly claim. But in that process, they come into your property and they rip your fence all to pieces. And so now it's time to say, well, you know what? I'm going to go through the other guy's insurance. I'm not going to go through mine because, after all, it's not my fault, right? Why should I go through my insurance?
Right, yeah. You don't want to place that claim.
So everything's said and done, puts the claim in through the other guy's insurance, going pretty smooth. And then they find out, hey, the limits are exhausted. We paid out all the limits that guy had to the other car owner, and you've got nothing.
There's nothing left for the business claim?
Nope. So you got a couple options then. You can go through your own insurance and pay your own deductible, which, depending on the loss, could be a viable option. Or you could try to sue that person, which pretty much I doubt they're going to have very high limits and probably not a lot of money to begin with.
Yeah, especially if all their insurance was already exhausted.
Exactly. And I guess, too, it depends on the severity of that claim, because you got to figure your deductible in there,
right?
Which pretty much every deductible is $1,000. And if you're a business, it could be a lot higher, maybe up to $5,000.
Right.
So when your limits are exhausted, going through the other guy, there's limited options for you. And where that really comes into play, there are parts of your personal lines insurance that would pick some of that up. Mainly, it would be your uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You know what? That's only for bodily injury, not for property damage.
I was going to say, I don't know if that would apply to property damage.
Right. No, I don't think so. Yep. So, this is a short and sweet one, man. There's not a lot of options when the other person's insurance is used up.
But as you were saying, though, it is always worth having a conversation with your agent about a claim, because they can potentially advise you of these options, of which you might not have known about.
For sure.
And sometimes we do tell people, hey, you're just going to have to take care of this one, or we advise them that it's probably better for you to just take care of this one on your own, given maybe your claims history and you filed 10 other claims before in the last 10 years. And
exactly.
Now you've got this large one, and we can kind of help, adjust, or not adjust, but advise on some of those things so that there's less of an impact down the road.
Which actually gets into something a little bit off topic, but it's about frequency of claims.
Yeah.
So if you have a whole lot of claims, like just little claims, broken glass all the time, insurance companies now are pretty quick to cancel you for too many claims.
Yeah.
So you want to be judicious on the use of your insurance policy.
Yep.
I tell people, I sell you an expensive piece of paper and a promise. And sometimes I tell you, you don't use that promise because you're not going to have insurance.
So in this case, with you being the business owner and there's a claim or there's an event that happens, a car crash and your property's damaged and the other party doesn't have the right limits. I mean, this isn't really a coverage question, but apparently if you did have the right insurance policy, the damage to your property technically would be considered covered, right?
As with most of these things, it depends. That's
right.
our favorite answer, isn't it? It depends. If you don't want to go through your own insurance, no coverage. If you want to go through your own insurance, covered subject to your deductible. Can you do a half a hit?
Well, I was going to say for this one, I'm just going to say it.
Maybe.
Depends.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. That's it, everybody. If you have any ideas that you'd like us to break down, please email them to brian@jdchapmaninc.com. We'd love to go through those, and we'll see you on the next one.
True. Remember to consult your agent, consult your policy to see if you have coverage. That everything we discuss here, there's a lot of gray areas.
That's right.
See you next time.
Sounds good.
Thanks for listening to the Is It Covered podcast. To learn more about how JD Chapman can assist you with all your insurance needs, please visit our website at jdchapmaninc.com or call us at 315-986-4062. JD Chapman, we've got you covered. This podcast provides general information only and does not offer or bind insurance coverage. Coverage cannot be changed or confirmed through this podcast, email, voicemail, or fax. Insurance only takes effect once confirmed by a licensed agent. For specific coverage details, please call us at 315-986-4062. All coverages are subject to the terms, conditions, and exclusions of the issued policy, which may vary by state. This podcast does not provide legal, tax, or financial advice. Please consult a professional for those needs. Links to other sites are provided for convenience. We don't control or endorse their content. Any claims scenarios discussed are hypothetical. Coverage decisions depend on the specifics of each case.